Let's take a journey back in time to an era when our planet was not such a different place from today. The landscape that we're exploring is the terrain surrounding what's now called Lake Toba, nestled in present-day Sumatra, Indonesia. This region, 74,000 years ago, was a vibrant tableau of land and sea. The tropical climate nurtured lush rainforests that were home to a vast array of species. The sea, filled with marine life, lapped against the shores of the islands. The air was rich with the scent of vegetation, salt water, and the earthy aroma of volcanic soil. The Toba volcano, a sleeping giant, stood serenely against this backdrop. Its towering peak appeared deceptively calm, hiding the immense power that lay beneath. Little did the inhabitants of the planet at the time know that this tranquil landscape was a ticking time bomb, ready to unleash a force never before seen and so devastating that it would transform the world. Now, speaking of inhabitants, let's take a moment to consider the early hominid civilizations of that time. These early societies, primarily hunter-gatherers, lived mostly in small, mobile groups. They, like us, were at the mercy of nature, their survival dependent on their ability to adapt to the changing environment. Their world was defined by the rhythm of seasons, the availability of food, and the challenges presented by the terrain and climate. The global climate during this epoch was relatively warm, with ice caps covering only the extreme poles. Much like today, this created a world rich in biodiversity, with ecosystems teeming with life. Yet this balance was delicate, susceptible to any significant disturbances in the force, a disturbance that was about to show itself spectacularly. The Toba supereruption was unlike anything our species had experienced. It was an event of such colossal magnitude, it ended up reshaping the planet itself. Imagine that, a volcano so powerful that it didn't just erupt, it collapsed in on itself, leaving behind a crater, or as scientists call, a caldera, that measures around 100 kilometers long and 30 wide. In fact, we think it was the largest volcanic activity in the last 2 million years on Earth. Geological studies suggest that the eruption lasted for perhaps 2 weeks, but left a scar on the Earth that is visible even today. The scale of this eruption is hard to comprehend. To give you a sense of its enormity, let's consider the Volcanic Explosivity Index, shortened to VEI, a scale used by volcanologists. The Toba eruption is ranked at 8, the highest on the scale, meaning it was at least 1,000 times more powerful than the VEI 5-size 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens in the United States of America. The immediate aftermath of the supereruption was cataclysmic. The sky would have turned dark as ash as gas spewed out of the volcano, creating a pyroclastic flow, a fast-moving current of hot gas and volcanic matter, much like what took out the beautiful Roman cities Pompeii and Heraclium. This flow would have surged across the landscape at high speed, obliterating everything in its path. But the destruction on this day didn't stop there. Far from it. The sheer volume of material ejected by the eruption resulted in massive ash deposits, far and wide. These deposits, thick and widespread, blanketed the surrounding areas in 2.5-meter deep layers, smothering vegetation and altering landscapes. Supereruptions are geological events of epic proportions. It's like something out of a disaster movie, but this was real. This has happened on our planet numerous times. At least 60 VEI 8-sized eruptions have been identified, and they've all left profound and lasting impacts, the evidence of which can still be seen today. Yet this immediate aftermath we have described was only just the beginning. The eruption set in motion a catastrophic series of events that would have far-reaching and apocalyptic impacts, not just on the local environment, but on the entire ecosystem as a whole. The sheer magnitude of this event is hard to overstate. It would cause what's known as a volcanic winter, where ash and dust envelop the Earth's atmosphere, blocking out sunlight and causing temperatures to plummet very rapidly. This sudden drop in temperature wasn't just uncomfortable, like a cool winter day. No, it altered the natural balance globally, negatively affecting both plant and animal life. Now, imagine the ash from an eruption, not just settling in nearby areas, but being carried by winds, blanketing the world. Well, this actually does happen with each act of volcanism, both visible and explosive, or not. It's just that most of these eruptions are not large enough to have measurable impacts. These ash layers can have serious implications, disrupting the growth and survival of flora and fauna alike by affecting or stopping the ever-so-critical photosynthesis cycles. or even the general health and longevity of those life forms inhaling these particles. Ultimately, it depends on the size of the eruption and the composition of the materials being ejected. It was a tough time to be alive, not just for the early hominid civilizations, but for all life forms. Food sources dwindled, habitats changed, and survival became even more of a daily challenge. But life, as they say, finds a way. The world as it was known had changed drastically, and survival was no longer a given. One theory suggests that humans survived through migration. During this time, we have evidence our ancestors traversed vast distances, crossing lands and seas, in a testament to their indomitable spirit and will to live. However, migration alone could not account for our survival. As the ash from the eruption spread, it created inhospitable environments, forcing our ancestors to move in search of better living conditions. Our adaptation played a critical role, innovating and improvising to meet the challenges of their new world. They developed new tools, honed their hunting skills to adhere to the changing wildlife, and learned to exploit new food sources not previously utilized. In fact, this period of intense hardship may have spurred some of the most significant leaps in human evolution. Yet, perhaps the most intriguing result of our survival is the genetic bottleneck theory. This posits that the Toba eruption drastically reduced the human population, resulting in a bottleneck effect. Some scientists argue the population size was reduced to potentially 1 to 10,000 breeding pairs of humans. With a smaller gene pool, the survivors' traits were passed on more directly, shaping the genetic makeup of all future generations. This bottleneck may have accelerated our evolution, pushing us towards the species we are today. And in doing so, it left an indelible mark on our species. As we know, Homo sapiens were not the only hominid species that inhabited Earth during this period. Our planet was a diverse mosaic of human-like creatures, including the Neanderthals and Denisovans, among many others. The impact of the Toba eruption on these other species is not as well documented as it is for ours, though it's reasonable to speculate that they too experienced significant challenges and adaptations in response to this catastrophic event. Maybe some creatures couldn't cut it, ones that we have yet to discover, just waiting to share their secrets. The Toba eruption continues to shape our understanding of the world. Its colossal impact, still measurable today, provides invaluable insight into the delicate interplay of volcanology, climate science, and anthropology. In the realm of volcanology, it serves as our benchmark for super eruptions, helping us comprehend the sheer scale and potential devastation such events can unleash. From a climate science perspective, the eruption offers a unique case study of rapid, drastic onset climate change, offering insights into the resilience and adaptability of Earth's ecosystems and the potential results of our own impacts on the globe. In the field of anthropology, the Toba eruption and its aftermath provide a window into early human survival, migration, and adaptation under extreme conditions. This, in turn, has implications for our understanding of human evolution and cultural development. These studies are not just about learning from the past, but also about preparing for the future. Now, don't get me wrong. If a Toba-like eruption were to occur today, well, good riddance. But still, our ability to predict and mitigate the effects of future geological events could be crucial for our survival, and this event serves as a vital lesson. The Toba eruption is a stark reminder of the power of our planet and why we should not take its peacefulness for granted.